Hey Pisces, how you doing? Welcome to the week ahead. We are actually falling into the full moon energy. So we're going to connect into the energy to see what's kind of happening the week ahead, how this may be impacting you, just to give you a little bit from an astrological perspective. And it's funny too because it is a full moon in Gemini, and Gemini is based in your fourth house, which is around your home family. Fourth house is ruled by Cancer, the moon. So I feel like there might be some things here that have been hidden or haven't been spoken about, maybe coming to the surface, just maybe deeper conversations. You might see a different side of things as well if you think of sometimes the twin aspect or potentially the polarity that can happen there with Gemini. What I do like for you very much, Pisces, is that this is Sagittarius season. So this is very much too related to your 10th house, which is about your career, which is about where you want to advance, where you want to be publicly recognized, or where, the social status is in your life around your career and purpose. So there's a lot happening there for you. Just dive in, have fun with it. Journal. The full moon energy can be a really beautiful thing when you really tap into the creativity and the expansion of it. So I do feel that, that there is something here just that maybe need to be spoken, and maybe it's some truths with yourself, some realizations as well. All right, so let's connect into the energies and see what is going on and what you need to know, dear friend. Let's begin, shall we? Oh, okay. They're like, here you go. So we've got discontentment and boredom, heartache and loss. We keep having this heartache and loss stuff coming up. Solitude and victory and success. I'm just getting here, there's some situation here. It kind of seems like you don't know what to do or is in question. That's what I'm getting for this discontentment and boredom, or someone that you're dealing with. So just remember, anything here, Pisces, while this is a general read, there is some element here. This could be, vice versa energy with someone that you're connected to as well. Obviously, if there is cross watchers for the Pisces clan, you might find that this resonates for you as well because your energies are integrated. But yeah, I'm just getting there's something here or someone around you that is not paying attention to the... When I say not paying attention, it's like they can't see that a cup is full. When you think of discontentment and boredom, this is kind of like Four of Cups energy. So I feel like someone is really missing a piece to the puzzle here on what the mindset does when you're not really looking at a glass half full energy. So there's something here that I feel maybe coming up over this full moon energy. Like I said, there's just some realizations here on the truth, on the way that we think and the way that we may express ourselves. And I think this may need to be revisited on the home space and to start looking at things from a different perspective, because I can see here with this heartache and loss, there's something here that's being deeply felt. There's something here that I just feel like there's a little bit of down and out energy. But what's interesting, I feel like this is actually shifting out pretty quickly. It just might be with the full moon energy. It's something that's visited about this situation or the concern of a situation that you're witnessing and want to heal. And I think with the solitude energy, this is like the hermit energy. It's really going within. It's really getting to, I think, the core of the situation, which is usually what we're feeling, why we're feeling it, and where we need to be. How do we need to look at this situation? Where can you drop into compassion and whatever else? But I feel like it's interesting. This energy, I connected to it, but I feel it's dissipating very quickly. So I feel this might be here and gone. Once there's a conversation or some identification around this, I think you're going to start seeing this kind of shift out is what I'm getting, just so you know. It's not a lingering heavy energy initially. And I was like, oh, and it's gone. So that's a great thing. The solitude, victory, and success. Like I said, I think the more that you go within, and there's something that I think you'll uncover here, Pisces, as you really sit with self and get present and really shift into the vision, the feeling, the desire. And I'm just getting, you can kind of shift the energy yourself in regards to a situation in a belief system, in your faith, in your hope towards something. And I feel like there's some message or some path that's going to make sense to you when you go that chapter or dive into that, because we can see here the victory and success that comes with this. So I really like that. This is like the kind of like the Six of Wands energy. Okay, so yeah, I just feel like whatever work that you're doing potentially here for yourself, for your personal growth, to, you know, just become the best version of you. Because a lot of the time we do go into solitude when we feel like something has hurt us or something doesn't feel right. And we want to do the work because we want to feel better. We want to understand it. We want to unpack it. Sometimes we don't probably go in with that mindset, but once we realize that, when we get to know ourselves a little bit better and get just some understanding, there's like this other expansion or awakening with ourselves when we start looking at things from a more grateful, positive, trusting the process energy. There's success on the other side of this, whatever this is. I don't know exactly what this is for you, Pisces, but I can see that there's a very big shift and transformation that's happening, shifting out of this energy, moving into some form of growth for yourself. And I think something you're going to be proud of yourself, because when you shift that energy, I feel like a lot more things are going to come in support of you or wherever that you're going. So let's get a few more cards and see where this takes us. And then we'll further clarify. So tell me, I'd love to know in the comments, one thing that you wish to release when it comes to this full moon energy, or something that you'd like clarity on when it comes to the Gemini energy. So this is usually around some form of communication, truth. You know, just pop that down in the comments below. Something that you want to release over this full moon energy, and claim and witness that for yourself. Okay, this is great energy. So I like where this is going, Pisces. Let's get two more, Spirit. Okay. I love this. See, this is really beautiful. Okay, and then we'll get some more, guys, here. So we've got the Ace of Water, the Nine of Earth, the Knight of Air, and life experience. So there is something happening, and I mentioned about this cup, and I'm sure there was a similar energy that showed up, and maybe it was last week ahead. But what I feel is happening here, that there's a potential here for something to resurge, something to awaken, something to look at and pay attention to, but someone's not seeing that right now. That's what I feel is happening. Someone's missing that beat, missing that opportunity of what something can become when you feed it, when you fill it, when you pay attention to it, right? If you're not seeing it, then you're missing it. You're missing the opportunity there. So there's something here that I feel around some really good, juicy energy that someone can't see or isn't tapped into that energy. I feel like we'll finally see this. But there's a little path to get there. So again, whether this is you or them, or a combination of you and someone or a situation, and it doesn't necessarily need to be romantic, guys. This could be friendship. This could be at the workplace. There's something here. Because what I see is happening here, that whatever this shift or change, or I'm getting awakening is the energy that I'm getting here. That's like putting a new life force into something emotionally, which is a good thing. We're seeing here with this heartache and loss, there's something around oneself, one's path. And maybe, you know, there is a choice here of, or a deciding factor, like I said, of what you want to do, the direction you want to go, where you feel most fulfilled, where you feel most strong. And I get the Nine of Earth is independent. And I think it's really important to understand the difference between independence and self-empowerment, because I feel like this self-empowerment is what's incredibly relevant here, about stepping into the version of you that you want to be, that you do feel empowered, that you are taking care of yourself, that you're walking to your beat of the drum in your truth, in your honesty, and creating things from a really amazing source from within you. And I feel like this is what this is talking about. This is also talking about spending time alone. And it's interesting how I've got solitude energy. So I feel any time alone that you get from any, you know, discomfort that you're feeling within, whether mentally or emotionally, Pisces, I feel like there's something here, like I said, that's awakening here. But you might also find too, the more that you find and spend time alone and clear things out, I just feel opportunities are going to pop in, because this is also talking about if you want to build or create something here, that there's success on the side of that, okay? As you move through, we've got the Knight of Air. And this Knight of Air is talking about things usually happening with speed, some form of communication. So I feel it's interesting because this is fast energy coming through, but I feel with whatever communication's happening, because you're in solitude energy, which is, again, lifting up your source. That's what I feel your power is getting stronger here in this space, because there's something here that you're really programming within yourself, is what I feel, or what you're being asked to do, to really program in within yourself how powerful you are, all the great things that you are, like that self-gratitude and just realization of the amazing that you are. So really filling your cup here, because whatever's coming through, whatever information, opportunity, it's kind of just showing up. And I feel the I don't know who you're having a conversation with or who's presenting themselves. I just feel from this that there's an opportunity, like I said, that's showing up. And it's just really right now you don't need to rush into anything, even though this comes through swiftly or maybe super clear and super like, hey, I'm in a bit of like good chill mode. I don't need someone to come on in and go, hey, and get all like, I kind of feel like a bit whirlwind energy. And I think you here can just slow it down a bit as you need to really have a look at, okay, what am I going to do with this? How can I make this work? Because I think there's some really cool opportunity coming in that you're going to be very happy about. A part of what's being really happy about with this life experience energy, this is talking about something significant happening in your life, a significant opportunity that is, again, this awakening energy. I don't know what this is. That word just keeps firing up. And this is talking about a powerful revelation that leads to change. So maybe something that hasn't been fulfilling, maybe something that has been a bit heavy on the heart, not sure how to fix this, where to go, what to do. It's like we talked about this last week. It's like you make steps forward and then something happens and you get dragged back. And it's just like, I can't get through where I need to get through. I can't get the results I'm trying to get, whether it's through conversation, whether it's trying to put something out there. I feel like this frustration, like you feel kind of tied to something and you just can't break free. And the energy was confusing in a sense of like, for you, knowing like you feel like you're on the right path, you feel like you're meant to be doing what you're meant to be doing, but everything is stopping you. And I think it's just slowing you down for this next opportunity to show up that goes and everything makes sense, because I feel there's something you've had to learn here within yourself that's supporting this, okay? And that's what I feel this life experience is talking about. I feel like your eyes are so wide open right now. Something's happening. There's some transformation happening for you, Pisces. And this is really opening up just ample opportunity for you. Talking about spreading your wings, that's what it's saying here. This is time to really get out there, be you, express yourself fully, and really start trusting in who you are, and that spirit and God has your back. That's what I'm really feeling here. So let's dive a bit deeper on what we need to know, and then we'll further clarify. Five of Fire. Okay. I'm just going to pull a few more just to get the situation here. I like it. I'm just getting told you know what to do, Pisces. You know what to do. Nice. So you've got a few major arcana here. So I'm reading all ways, just so you know, with the energy. So Five of Fire, the High Priestess, release energy, and Six of Earth. So there's definitely something here that someone's missing the point of something, or the depth of something, or the opportunity of something here with this discontentment and boredom and Ace of Water. But I feel what's happening is there could be something happening around your home space that's starting to fill up again if it's been a bit draining. And this home space could be anywhere that you spend a lot of time that is usually, you know, it's a very familiar place to you. So yes, it could be home, it could be in the workplace, it could be someone that you spend a lot of time with. There's something happening here that's expanding. It's interesting because this is also talking about intuition, and then we've got the High Priestess. The Five of Fire too is also talking about competing goals and conflict. So I don't know if this is part of the conversations that you may be having and how to get to the same page. But interestingly, with this Five of Fire energy, this is also talking about, if we look at these are our potential chakras here, okay? If you want to connect into that. And I just feel that something here is trying to get your attention of where you may need to drop into to transform something. I feel you're going to get some message, some understanding here, but it's through the conversations and through the efforts that things will make sense. Because I think a part of this journey has been kind of like I said, you keep hitting a wall, keep hitting something, and you don't understand why you can't get through this. Why does things need to be so hard, right? But I feel something is going to figure itself out here, because even with this heaviness that you may be feeling, and even with this claiming part of your power back and from any dynamic that you've been in, there's something here that where you really need to stand up for yourself and empower yourself and remember your brilliance here, because this High Priestess energy is your energy here, Pisces. But it's also talking about to have, you know, have patience, which I talked about. Like, even though things are coming through, I don't feel it's time to just make rapid decisions. Even though things might come in rapidly, it doesn't mean making rapid decisions. I feel like if you've made a decision with something, to follow that through to see where it goes. This is not a time to redirect, essentially. I think it's time to gather information, to understand it, to find out where it unfolds, and that's going to give you a clearer picture. There's also talking about your intuition here. So again, I'm just getting told, hang on. Okay. Yeah. And this is also talking about consider carefully what you want before acting. And that's what I think, you know, if you're making some significant life changes, you really need to look at things from an arm's length and taking a step back. And taking a step back as if you're your best friend and having a look at the situation and what that advice is. Sometimes it's talking to spirit, talking to God, but I'm just hearing slow down. In addition to this solitude, Knight of Air, and the release energy that's coming with this, there seems to be a change in direction. So I'm not sure what this change in direction is. I don't know if you're ending something. This could be ending an old phase, an old version of self. This could also be ending, like I said, a belief. There's something here you're awakening to, is what I feel is happening here. Yeah, spiritual transformation. And this is making sense to me around something that you're seeing, that you see differently. But for that to happen, you had to go deeper within yourself to look at things from a new way, a new perspective. So that might be what you might have to release. I think this might be, like I said, even understanding more about yourself. But I love this, Pisces, because we're seeing the victory and success. There is some powerful revelation here, which is like an understanding of something, the truth about a situation. Okay. So whatever news is coming on through, sometimes the news that we get, we just have to accept. But I feel you're getting an opportunity to do something with this information or this form of communication that comes through, because you have choice at the end of the day around this. And I think, I don't know, I'm just feeling a bit of buzz around it. So I like that energy when there's a bit of buzz. And then it's further moving to this Six of Earth energy, which when we connect all this in is talking about that something that hasn't been balanced or something that hasn't been potentially working the way that you want it, you're going to start seeing these opportunities, these wins around. I do feel receiving something showing up here. It's just talking about gifts, money, time, and effort, new career opportunities, paying off debts. For some of you, this could be paying off debts. I'm getting more so around time and effort in particularly, and a new opportunity around career, So financially, I feel that something's coming on through, or someone's energy and time is really connecting in here. It's going to be dependent on your situation and what your primary focus is right now. If it's, you know, relationship focused, career focused, I mean, obviously they're intertwined, but you get what I mean here. If this is something really about your career that you had to get real about, honest about, change of direction, something that you're longing for, I feel like there was just a few things that needed to be ironed out through your own understanding, and this is what's making sense here right now. So I'm going to get a few more clarifiers, and then I'll get some angel answers, and you can pick your 1, 2, 3. But I feel like here, Pisces, with this energy around around this full moon, there is some understanding, clarity, truths that are coming through at home or in a connection or relationship, but also for some of you very much around your career as well, on where you're going, what you're doing. I think there's something lifting is what I feel. So let's get some understanding here on what some challenges are that you need to be aware of. Okay. So you got the Knight of Cups with the 7 of Pentacles. So someone wants to put effort in here or present something here where someone feels invested here. So yeah, I feel like someone wants to resurge something here because they see where they've invested. What else do we need to know? Okay. So we've got the 2 of Cups and the Judgment energy. So there seems to be, again, some choice here and decision around a potential connection or opportunity that's showing up here with the 2 of Cups and the Judgment energy. It's interesting too, because this could what be is bothersome. People are looking at things from different angles or different perspective and what the challenges are. There could be someone that wants to awaken something or wants to fill something up, you know, emotionally. Someone may feel that something's missing, but there's the potential of here of the coming of together, but it's the deciding factor. What do we need to know about this Judgment energy? That we're getting the Hermit again. So this is going to be a bit of a deeper spiritual path than you may anticipate. If you're looking for a quick, sudden change, I don't feel that's happening. Even though this is talking about a powerful revelation that leads to change, this could simply be a belief system or the way someone's operating or behaving around a situation. It's like, oh my God, that's what's been happening. I just feel like something is awakening here. What else do we need to know about this Hermit energy? Yeah, again, perspective. There's something happening here that you get to finally see or recognize, maybe even about yourself, that you can just be happy and proud of. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's something here that has been happening in the background. Maybe people aren't aware of, don't know, that you've been going through. That has been a challenge of wanting to make something work, wanting to understand why something isn't working. How do you get to that place of feeling like happy and free again of just any sadness or disappointment or letdowns? And I think that's part what you're trying to figure out. Being here, what can you do differently? What can you change next time? And I don't know if it's in a current situation or as you're moving forward, subject to where you're at. What else do we need to know about this 5 of Cups energy? Yeah. 7 of Swords is looking over here to this life experience. So I think there's some parts that maybe you weren't even honest with yourself or need to get honest with yourself. And again, could make sense in this Gemini full moon energy of this revelation, something that potentially that you have been contributing to, maybe you haven't held, you know, stronger. And I'm going to say boundaries in this scenario, because I feel that with the 7 of Swords, sometimes we're doing things and kind of cheating ourselves along the way, not realizing it because we didn't stay consistent to our morals, values, or the way that we operate. And that can happen when our heart gets involved in something or something that we really strongly desire. What else do we need to know here with this 7 of Swords? Yeah, see, there's something here about healing, about hope, about new life. And I feel like this is like kind of changing direction. What else do we need to know here? I love it. So Nine of Pentacles is showing up again here in the energy with the Six of Cups. So some of you are potentially considering here what you need to do for you. And it's interesting, these energies are looking over here with this life experience. I don't know exactly what that's about, but I feel that's got some correlation here. What do we need to know about this Six of Cups energy? Sun and Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I think there's something here reflecting on the past. You know, maybe you're a strong energy naturally here, Pisces. Maybe you just like doing you. Maybe there's part of you that has been extremely successful. I don't know if there's any controlling element to that sometimes, because you are that independent and you want to do you, or you want to show up a certain way, okay? And it's kind of like that halfway point in some regard to this Empress energy. And you've got aspirations, you've got goals on what you want. And maybe as part of that, sometimes too, you're trying to maneuver things to make things happen. And as part of this too, again, I feel like there's some fresh understanding that you're coming into of where you want to be and what you actually value, okay, is what I feel. Because, and that was here because the Six of Cups was here with the Sun energy and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I think there's some reflection of your own journey and your own path. You know, sometimes too, where we sit and I don't know how often people do this, but just kind of self-reflect on where you are today and maybe some things that you've brought with you. Because I think we're always bringing parts of ourselves on our next chapter, even things that we've left behind, that we think we've left behind. There's parts of that sometimes carry through with our energy, with the way that we behave in life, whether it's related to abandonment, maybe it's related to what our parents have taught us in traditions and cultures, things like that. And I feel like there is some reflection of the times where you have had to be independent and take care of yourself. You know that you can do that. Okay. But I think there's also this part of you that wants to highlight and remember those parts of yourself, but also to highlight and heal those parts of yourself, because the sun is a beautiful energy, beautiful life force. It's also healing, very, very healing. Okay. And I think it also adds in more confidence and more power to who we are too, being that Leo energy. So I feel it's very protective. It's very supportive, but it's also relating to something that has value to you that you're really holding on to. Yeah. And it's like you want this new energy with this Ace of Wands. You want this new excitement to come through with it. Let's get some final messages on what we need to know, and then I'll get the angel answers. Thank you. So we've got Four of Wands, Six of Swords, and Three of Pentacles. So there is some paths, some gateway, some connection here to the home space, to some desire that you have here. I've really wanted to move on from, I'm just adding it more to a peaceful place, and maybe going, you know, trying things differently is what I feel. This could be part of the revelation, because we're moving to the Three of Pentacles with this energy, which is talking about building anew, building on a solid foundation, getting back to the fun, creative, collaborative energy that is very supportive. All right. I'm going to do the moon cards, being full moon energy, and then I'll get your angel answers. Don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. Expect powerful change. We see that already with this life experience energy. What else do we need to know? One more, Spirit. And you are good enough. I think these two came out last week as well. So there's something here around the energy of... It's funny too, because I did get a little bit of pridefulness with that Nine of Pentacles energy over here, and just again some self-reflection. I don't know if that's where you may be feeling a little bit insecure. You're trying to put in energy to feel good, and sometimes we can get a little bit hard hearted because we're really trying to work towards something or show that we've got it together and our dominance in a little way. And I feel that's just a little bit of energy that I was feeling through. So I don't know who that relates to, or maybe just, you know, how do you soften your heart a bit? How do you have a little bit more courage to be, just again, recognize that you can empower yourself without having to be hard about it, if that makes sense. So I'm going to get 3 cards for your angel answers. You can pick 1, 2, 3. Let me pull them first. And okay, 1, 2. I'm just going to get 1 more. Okay, it's given us 2, 3. Okay. So if you just connect in, if you have a specific question that you would like some guidance on, maybe you want all 3, maybe all 3 might relate, but pick 1, 2, or 3. Here we go. Number 1, the ocean. The deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. And I feel like this is really relevant here because, like I said, sometimes when we're feeling down and out, we harden ourselves on the outside to be okay with what's going on the inside. And I also recognize this too with where there is any heartache or really wanting something to happen or work out the way that you want. And we have to we can't control situations, right? At the end of the day, all we can do is show up as the best version of ourselves. And I feel like there's something here you may need to wash away or kind of like release a little bit here, but also to claim your power back where you may have let it go. So I feel like that's what is talking about here with this ocean energy, and really, really beautiful. It's very cleansing. New partner. So this is expect powerful change. So whoever called in number 2, a chance meeting is no mistake. It is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people we send into your life. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. So this could be part of some, significant change that's happening here. This could be a new partner in business, new partner in love, new partner, I don't know, a new friend, whatever this might be for you or whatever you're calling in, but it's expecting powerful change. I like it. I really like this because I think, again, this pleasantly surprised energy that might be coming on through for you, and maybe too as part of, for some of you, I feel like it's a resurgence as well, like a new version of someone. It's really interesting that's coming through. You are good enough. If you've picked number 3, giving and receiving, interesting that we've got the 6 of Pentacles there as well. And we've got the Aussie kangaroo and Joey. I like that. The entire universe operates in cycles similar to your inhalation and exhalations. When you only exhale, which is about giving, or only inhale, which is receive, you become out of rhythm with the universe. For optimal health, energy, and replenishment, balance each inhalation in your life with an exhalation. That's just talking about giving and receiving, guys. It's saying that you can't survive one without the other, right? When it comes to breath. If you hold your breath, you die. If you don't breathe, you die. Either which way, eventually it basically means things are dying, or things can't grow or have life to it. So that's an important part to the giving and receiving, and a lot around heart space energy. If you're connected to the chakras, the heart space, your heart energy is really important. And I know for some people it's really hard to receive in, and that could be receive help. Practice, for those who've chosen this, I feel for some of you, if someone offers you something and you're used to just saying no, and I'm talking about a friend saying, hey, let me buy you a cup of coffee, or hey, would you like a glass of water, or someone wants to do something nice for you, say thank you, I receive that. And just, you'll start seeing a difference in energy. I might be uncomfortable at first, but it's a really good energy to start bringing in, okay? Because I know a lot of you are just huge givers, and we block off the receiving part. And it's the same thing too in relationships, that especially for love or those seeking love, you could be a great person who loves love, and then receiving love and being open to that, you're actually closed off because there's this fear or concern of hurt and pain. So I understand that. But at the end of the day, Pisces, what I'm really liking here is there's something pretty cool and transformative happening for you this week with this full moon energy. And I'm really excited to see where this takes you regarding a relationship, regarding your career, because I think there's some really cool things happening for you that are really expanding you to new places. Much love, friends. Speak soon.